All right, good morning, everyone, or good afternoon if you're on the other side of the pond. I'm Jim Wilson, Southeast Tolls Program Director for TransCore and the moderator of today's Vendor Solution Forum. With me today is my lovely daughter, Avery. And we're coming to you from sunny Orlando, hoping that you, your families, friends, and colleagues are all doing well. This webinar is the start of the day 2 of the virtual Maintenance, Engineering, and Roadway Operations Workshop. I hope you're all enjoying it so far. And we wanted to bring you one of the favorite sessions that we've been doing during these meetings, and we've already done virtually this past April. In the next hour, we'll have 8 presenters representing companies who won their way into presenting and who are excited about today's event. Each presenter will have 5 minutes to tell you about their product or solution. Before we begin, I'd like to go over a few logistics for the Zoom webinar. One, the webinar is going to last about 60 minutes. We'll try to respect everyone's time and keep it under. All participants are in listen and view only mode. At the moment, we're in gallery mode, but we'll move into speaker mode during the presentations. You have view options at the top of your screen that you should check out. And different options may look better depending on what device you're using to watch the webinar. You can ask questions during the Q&A panel at the bottom of your screen. And if we have time, questions will be addressed at the end. If not, we'll forward your questions to individual presenters and they'll get back to you directly. We are recording this webinar and we'll post it on the IBTTA website. The feedback from polling during our first vendor forum was so extremely positive. I'm not going to take any credit for it, maybe a little, I don't know. But once again, we're going to do some polling during the event to see how zoomed in you are. So be sure to pay attention. Now, it's my pleasure to give the floor to our first presenter, Phil Silver. And I was supposed to go through the slides there, sorry. There's our presenters today. There's the logistics. And now I'm going to stop sharing and give it over to Phil Silver with Amazon Web Services. Phil, please unmute yourself and share your screen, which you're doing.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. And in my 5 minutes, I'm going to talk about an experience that is an indicator, we think, for the success that toll authorities can have in the cloud. Toll operators are recognizing that facility and data resiliency are the key to navigating the current environment while preparing for any future disaster scenario or challenge. For toll operators, this means operating traffic networks and tollways safely and efficiently and supporting essential services and workers, no matter what the traffic volume. Cloud services can help state and local governments, including departments of transportation, better serve their customers. The cloud can be used to migrate and modernize legacy technology, maintain continuity and coordination of critical time-sensitive communications, both between regional operation centers, enable remote work, and facilitate cross-jurisdictional data sharing for planning and resource deployment. For example, in Virginia, Elizabeth River Crossings, ERC, operates and maintains the 2 tunnels connecting the cities of Norfolk and Portsmouth, the MLK Expressway, and approximately 51 miles of highway, providing multiple travel options for commuters in the area. On average, 150,000 vehicles travel through these facilities every day. ERC is operated under a 58-year public-private partnership with the Virginia Department of Transportation. ERC needed to improve the quality of services to its expanding customer base. They were experiencing reliability and performance issues with their legacy commercial back office and customer relationship management, CRM, business applications. These were operated from primary and backup data centers only a mile apart. Management recognized the need for both facility and system resiliency for uninterrupted quality service. Their journey began with the assistance of AWS partner network, partner Cognizant, who migrated the on-premises back office, external website, and all databases to Amazon Web Services. System uptime and performance improved by converting ERC's Oracle database to Amazon's relational database services, Amazon RDS. ERC's redesigned external website using serverless architecture drove development costs and complexity down while providing ERC's customers with improved functionalities. Customer interactions are now streamlined. They can pay their bills, get traffic advisories, register for an E-ZPass account, and file a dispute all online. ERC's next steps were to improve their customer service delivery. They again turned to Cognizant to modernize the entire back office system using native AWS cloud services. This new back office is being built on an open source serverless architecture using AWS Lambda. This fully leverages the benefits of the AWS pay-as-you-go model, no longer requiring cumbersome and expensive software licensing and providing the flexibility to add incremental features that improve how ERC serves its customers, from transaction processing to customer relationship management. ERC is accelerating the delivery of the call center modernization, also implementing Amazon Connect as part of its next generation back office. Next slide, please. The CEO of ERC, Doug Wilson, shared this quote: "Our decision to migrate and modernize on AWS has improved our customer service and reduced cost of operations, satisfying toll road users and our investors. It has also provided a path to innovate how toll systems operate by using AWS services." Last slide, please. Please visit our website for more information or reach out to me. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak today.
All right, thank you, Phil. Our next presenter is Prasad Chedaluru with Epic Engineering. Prasad, I can see you're off mute. If you could share your screen.
Can you see it, Jim?
Yes.
Can you see the screen, Jim?
We can, thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Good morning, Jim and IBTTA. Thank you for giving Epic the opportunity to present today. So we are a technology solutions company based in beautiful Orlando, and our vision is to become a world leader in providing simple, smart, and secure process optimization and technology solutions in the infrastructure and communities domain. And the way we assist our clients is we deliver operational excellence. We will support the operational excellence for our clients through our sustainable and scalable solutions. So today, in addition to being a business in innovation, we take pride in supporting the next generation of innovation leaders. For the last 10 years, Epic has been proud to support the Super 7 robotics team. We won many competitions at the national and international levels. Epic's Silver partner, Microsoft partner, in addition to the GSA contract holder. Here are some pictures from some of the support and commendations we received. We want to take a minute to thank TransCore, Turnpike, and HNTB for their support over the years. So why does Epic do what we do, and what is our secret sauce is, as you heard in some of the presentations in the last day, data is now being recognized as a very valuable asset for all organizations, and the organizations are realizing that they have to monitor activities to improve performance. So our solutions take the raw data and transform them to information and insight so that the decision makers have actionable intelligence. So today we're going to showcase our product, Simplify i3. i3 stands for Integrated Infrastructure Intelligence. i3 was developed under the National Science Foundation Small Business Innovation Research Grant. And the objective of this product is to support the entire life cycle of infrastructure. There is the toll industry, transportation industry, utility industry. The life cycle of assets starts from a concept stage, goes through planning, design, construction, and then once the asset is deployed, you transfer that into operations, maintenance, renewal, and replacement. Our software platform supports the entire life cycle by providing an open smart city platform. We integrate with your existing solutions, so you don't replace what you have and what are working, and we provide the home for data that is floating around in spreadsheets, so you don't have a dedicated system for. And it keeps track of the complete infrastructure data life cycle. You can get the data from your sensors, manual entries, spreadsheets, field operations, and then it goes through the whole analysis, storage, retrieval process, and then we have pretty powerful BI, AI, ML integrations. So as you can see here, these are multiple data sources that most of the toll organizations have. Our platform integrates it seamlessly and provides the data to various levels of users through simple and powerful. The keyword is simple in our product, as it is in the name itself. Here are some examples of some of the data visualization capabilities. Here is capital projects tracking dashboard. We can look at the enterprise capital projects. You can look at assets, all of your assets. You can look at their conditions. There are very powerful built-in dashboards, all on a SaaS-hosted solution. So the agencies can deploy this with a very, very minimal startup cost and a very quick startup time. Here is your service request dashboards, work order dashboards. It's very integrated with GIS. So you could, if you like your spatial data, you can see that. We have integrated with external systems like 311 systems and IoT. So we can do that. And here's like a quick view of a powerful GIS dashboard where you can spatially look at all your information. And the idea is to provide the data in a simple and easy, powerful manner. So a few more dashboards here. We have integrated with 311 systems. So if you have citizen requests, you can connect with that and communicate the status to the citizens or your customers or your field staff. And then you internally can track the performance of how long it is taking for your tickets, which type of tickets are coming more often. So you could use that data and integrate with your IoT sensors to trigger your maintenance activities proactively. So our goal is to minimize manual steps, use technology, and then make your complete asset lifecycle process as optimized as possible. The last set of slides I'm going to show you is we are working with an AI company called Clarify, where we can integrate with their AI models for computer vision, and then you can use that to proactively sense what pavement or what assets or what infrastructure is failing or proactively failing. You can identify that before it fails. So and we are working towards integrating LiDAR data and drone data, video data. So we are a data integration platform, data visualization platform, so that you can make more informed decisions. Thank you for that, and appreciate your time.
All right, thanks, Prasad. Our next presenter is Martin Tyson with Global Agility. Martin, you're off of mute, so if you could please share your screen.
You got it there?
Very good. You're on.
Great. Well, thanks, Jim. Thanks, IBTTA, for this opportunity. My name is Martin Tyson with Global Agility Solutions, and I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about our image analysis as a service. There we go. Many of you know us as the manual image review guys, and we do most of our processing offshore in the Philippines and Vietnam. We actually have a facility in South Texas as well, so we do some onshore image review as well. We process over 1 million images or 1 million transactions per day, and we have 15 plus clients around the US and Norway. So our image analysis as a service. So we started when we started 7 years ago, just processing images manually. Over that time, we've developed some software that will actually take a variety of different data points and analysis to more accurately identify who the vehicle, or what the vehicle is, and who the vehicle belongs to. And we do that through multiple ALPR engines integrated with our manual image review module, and make model recognition through AI, and our image quality detection tool. Crazy there. All right, sorry. And we do that through a hybrid cloud tolling solution. Most people are familiar with cloud processing. We actually have modified that a little bit to actually reduce costs and increase speeds of processing by having our own data center that connects through the cloud. And it's I'm happy to talk more about that separately if you like. Another just quick overview of our image processing engine. It incorporates AI, incorporates APLR, and image scoring, and a customized, our customizable process workflow that allows us to achieve the accuracy needs of our clients based on whatever their requirements are for that level of accuracy. What I'm most excited to talk to you guys about today is our image quality detection tool. This came about because of what our clients kind of used our results from manual image review to determine camera issues. And the way that process worked is, we would process images, send back the results, the code off reports would show up, and if we had an increase in code offs, that generally meant there was a camera issue somewhere. Then dig back into that data. Our clients dug back into that data to figure out where that camera issue was, so they could send out maintenance to fix the camera. It sounds like that can take an awful long time, which it can, days to weeks, even before you identify the problem, that a camera's quality is degrading. So we figured we want to find a way to solve that issue in a much faster way. So we created IQD, which actually uses a variety of data points on image quality and determines whether the quality of images that are coming from the camera are actually at the level that are readable. So it gives you an objective view of what is a readable plate, but two, as you can see, we have on our dashboard here, it identifies tolling points where these gantries are. It cross-references 4 different image quality pieces against an overall scoring system. So as you can see here, green is generally good and red is bad. And you can drill down into each one of these to see and ultimately down into the images to see if, all right, a camera we've triggered something, so it might be that, it just happens to be the time of day where the glare is bad, or a bird pooped on the camera, or it actually might be a real issue with the camera. So you can notify that almost in real time, and then analyze what it is, and then notify your maintenance teams. So that combined, the IQD piece combined with our IPE solution is just an overall comprehensive image analysis system that gives accuracy and clarity. So thank you very much. My name is Martin Tyson with Global Agility Solutions, and my contact information is there. I'm happy to see you guys in the exhibit hall if you want more information.
All right, thank you, Martin. So before we move on to the next presenters, Avery is going to check in to see how zoomed in you were over these last 3 presenters. Got a couple polls going here. We're going to launch the first poll, and the poll is:
what are 3 top priorities facing toll authorities post-COVID-19?
All right. Give the audience a few moments here to get their votes in. Looks like we got an overwhelming tendency towards A. What do you say, Avery? Are they getting it right?
Yes.
Yes, the answer is A. Good job. All right, moving on to question number 2. I'll give it a second here to pop up on the screen. All right.
Epic Simplified i3 products was partially funded through an innovation research grant from.
All right, which of those locations? I didn't see E, Prasad's back wallet, but I don't know. All right, we got a lot of votes coming in, and we got a pretty heavy favorite. I'm sure IBTTA appreciates the acknowledgement there, but the answer is D, NSF, the National Science Foundation. Thank you. All right, one more question before we move on to the next presenter.
What is the greatest benefit of IQD?
All right. This is where Martin finds out how many of his friends are paying attention. Got a little, mostly going one way, but we got another one. Looks like the audience is a little over the map on this one. Give a few more votes to come in. All right, we're a little over 50%. And Avery, the answer's
C.
C. All right. Thanks for staying zoomed in with us. So great job on the first round of poll questions. And our next presenter is Keith Van Leeuwen. Keith, if you can take yourself off of mute and share your screen.
Okay, you see
All
it?
right, good to go.
All right. Okay, good morning, and thanks for having me as part of this program. I'm Keith Van Leeuwen, and I work in IBM's transportation industry practice. And today I'm going to talk about asset performance management and how we can use data to get the most out of our assets. Really any kind of asset, fleet, linear, facilities, buildings, to critical assets with unique maintenance needs like bridges and tunnels or cranes. We've even deployed these solutions on submarine batteries. So really there is no limit. With APM, we hope to reduce operational risk, improve efficiencies, increase uptime, and decrease equipment maintenance costs. We measure asset performance through KPIs like availability, maintenance, and lifecycle costs. Unscheduled maintenance and metrics such as mean time between failure and first time fix rate and mean time to repair. But we also measure through asset health scoring, or for example, fleet profiling, where we measure how assets are performing relative to one another. And the only way to understand and respond to these KPIs and questions around our assets is to measure their performance through data. So IBM has identified 3 major disciplines that contribute to return on assets. It has developed comprehensive solutions to address them. Enterprise asset management, asset performance management, and MRO inventory optimization. This is a circular diagram for a reason. These are not silos. What we find is that most companies and organizations typically treat these as independent within their organization. However, IBM treats these as interdependent functions with the ability to grow on one another. Here's an example of how 3 would work together. For example, APM would predict a failure is going to occur and maintenance is required. Then the EAMS would issue a work order for the technician, and the MRO IO solution has already ensured that the parts and supplies are when and where they are needed. Most agencies already have an EAMS. APM allows you to measure and improve your asset performance using data analytics and AI on assets that you are already managing. And the biggest source of data to get started is through the EAMS database. So whatever EAMS you're using, APM is congruent with that. APM is a natural complement. While the EAM is about how you manage assets, APM is about decision support, measuring, evaluating, analyzing, and making better decisions about your maintenance strategy. EMS contains data about work order history, meter readings, PM schedules, etc. And what we can do with advanced analytics and artificial intelligence to help engineers and planners make better decisions by shifting asset maintenance strategies from preventative to predictive and prescriptive to really get ahead of your asset management. Our APM solutions can move well beyond what is already in your EAMS database and ingest all types of data to create models for asset performance. Here we have some examples of the different types of data. We have unstructured data on the left. These are the texts that require natural language processing, which can be operation manuals, product flyers, spec sheets, and installation models or manuals. These can be ingested quickly through artificial intelligence and will help us really read those manuals when we're thinking about maintenance. We also include IoT data in the form of sensors that may be on your assets or images or video. For example, we have used computer vision to inspect pavement and bridges and to see what kind of quality they are in. On the right, these are structured data sources that are more traditional, tabular in format. They are materials lists, asset faults, work orders, weather data, etc. So once all this data comes together and is collected, we can analyze that data and predict failure. And we can work through the current EAMS to issue work orders, thereby inserting technology and intelligence into your standard business process. You can really start anywhere on this journey map. You can get started with the APM by simply leveraging the data you already have, and then begin to add from your operations, your PLCs, your SCADA systems, your sensors, your IoT, to monitor asset health in real time. You can augment this data with third-party data like traffic data, weather data, events data. And then we can begin to create models to predict failures and recommend fixes and maintenance, and even optimize using machine learning to continuously train and update those predictions. The benefits of using APM are real. They are improved asset availability and risk assessment, reduced unscheduled maintenance, reduced major component failure, improved first-time fix and troubleshooting, improved availability of repair parts, increased technician effectiveness and efficiency. So thank you all for your time today. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Please reach out to me with any questions that you might have, or if you want to discuss further. And then I or someone from my team will be in the exhibit hall later this afternoon. Thank you so much.
All right, very much. Thank you, Keith. Our next presenter is Laura Huizinga Barton with Lindsay Transportation. Laura, if you can, you're off of mute, so if you could share your screen, you're good to go.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks, Jim and Avery, and thank you, IBTTA, for this opportunity. I'm really excited to be here. I'm Laura Huizinga Barton with Lindsay Transportation Solutions, and we provide the road zipper movable barrier system. You may have seen this system with some of our IBTTA members for managed lanes, maybe the Coronado Bridge in California, or the I-15 San Diego corridor in San Diego, California, or the Golden Gate Bridge up Northern California, or potentially the brand new installation with the Bay Area Transportation Authority on the San Rafael Bridge. We've also been installed other places than California on Texas DOT I-30. That's our longest running managed lane in the US for a contraflow situation. The Pell Bridge over in Rhode Island, or perhaps on the MTA Verrazano Narrows Bridge. These applications are used to provide a managed lane, to provide an extra lane in the peak direction of travel within the existing asset or within the existing roadway. We also are using this system for construction applications all over the world. One of the most recent ones for us is with Nexco in Japan. And we've been using this in Japan for the last couple of years for construction applications. The example on the left shows that the barrier was moved over to provide a safe, protected work zone for the workers, and safe for the motorists too, because they're separated from that road work by the barrier. The example on the right-hand side of your screen is where they've closed off one half of the roadway, switch traffic over with a crossover, and they're providing a managed lane to provide an extra lane in the peak direction of traffic. This is important in a lot of cases, but for my IBTTA members, it's really important because you're trying to give the customers their expected travel route and their expected number of lanes in the peak direction of traffic so that they don't have a disruption, and so that you're also able to maintain your toll revenues at the level that you are expecting. The system is comprised of a couple main components. We have our barrier, which for the managed lane aspect and most of the construction projects moving forward is our reactive tension system barrier. The barrier is only 18 inches wide, 32 inches tall, and 1 meter in length. We have a barrier transfer machine that can transfer barrier anywhere from 8.5 feet to 30 feet in one pass with 68 miles per hour. Now, please don't think I have one machine that can do all of that range. We have a 4 different sizes of machines that can help provide transfers within those ranges. We have what we call a variable length barrier, and that barrier expands and contracts to, one, allow the system to be moved to do the lateral transfers, but it also helps us with bridge expansion joints, hills, curves, any interesting roadway geometry. The system can be moved at speeds of about 6 to 8 miles per hour. We can go slightly faster, but everybody seems to find their comfort level at that 6 to 8 mile per hour range for the operation. And the barrier has been tested to NCHRP 350 test level 3, test level 4, MASH TL3, EN 1317, and a couple other crash testing criteria that are required globally. So I want to focus a little bit on our new application, which is for shared use paths. In the last few months, we've seen a huge uptick in bicycle and pedestrian access and using those as means of transportation. This year, we had 2 great installations that were deployed. One was on the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge with BATA, and the other was with Missouri DOT on the Discovery Bridge. And our barrier is being used in a different configuration than what I just showed you. It's being used to separate the shared use path from the motoring public. And in order to do that, we added a little bit of an RTS guard on the top. It's about 10 inches tall. So the barrier is now 42 inches tall, and it has been mesh tested with this RTS guard on the top. The reason why we've developed this system, and in partnership with BATA and their engineering firms that worked on that, was to provide a flexible shared use path. Why would you want it to be flexible? Well, one, if you have a bridge that has a narrower profile, maybe it's an older bridge, but you want to have a barrier separated shared use path, you still need to do maintenance and inspections, sweeping, cleaning, bridge painting, so on and so forth. And if you have an anchored barrier, that can be a huge, huge obstacle to those types of works. There's also a concern, especially in California, for what do we do for incident or event management? Event management, think major environmental issue. What if we have a fire? What if we have an earthquake and we need to move people quickly from one way or the other? Perhaps you need to move that barrier out of the way to provide additional access to get people out of an area for an emergency. So the movable barrier lended itself quite well to these solutions. It gives you a crash tested, barrier separated shared use path, but with the flexibility to move it should you need to, as quite often on a bridge you might have to. That's all I had for you today. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you stop by our exhibit hall today to see us. It could be me or one of my coworkers. But if you have any questions about the road zipper from any of those types of configurations, please give me a call or an email. My contact's on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Our next presenter is Bridget Ostronic with Mobile Barriers. So Bridget, I can see you're off of mute. If you can share your screen for us, and you're good to go.
See, can you? Oh, well, I guess I'm in the presenter. Or no, here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Hi, my name is Bridget Ostronic. I work with Mobile Barriers, and I'm here just to give you a quick little overview of what we do. Mobile Barriers, mostly it's a self-contained, self-contained unit for work zones. For short-term work zones. So we're more, Lindsay's more of the long-term managed lanes. We're those short-term, get on the road, fix whatever you need to fix really quickly, and move off the road as soon as possible. So it's modular, like I said, it can go up to 102 feet. It can be reconfigurable to the left and right. There's also signage on there, storage, lights, and a TMA. So it's just meant to be one unit driven up, complete the work, and move on as quickly as possible. There's several different applications for the mobile barrier. It runs the gamut, whatever you need for those short-term work zones. For the major applications that we've been seeing that our clients use are for bridge deck and joint repairs, tunnel work. You can see the sign, the whole list is on there. A lot of tollways use it for their ITS installation and maintenance. We've had a lot of clients use it lately to relamp and for their lighting. A lot of people are switching to LED lights at the current moment. So it's a really good application to get in there, drive up, keep your workers protected so they can change out those lights really quickly and then move on to the next set. So it can be used as a mobile running application like that as well too. It doesn't have to be a stop and do the pothole repair and 100% stop, and then you can also use it to move on quickly for those shorter term work zones as well too. The many benefits of the mobile barrier are obviously to safeguard your workers against any intrusions, which is very big. Even now, regardless of the fact that a lot of people aren't driving as much as they were in the last year, traffic fatalities are still up and traffic incidents are still up. Actually, the recent AGC study was about 70% of contractors found that they had work zone intrusions in the last year. And that's staggering. One thing obviously is cell phone use, people just distracted. So this is 100% formidable barrier against those intrusions that you just can't you can't always prepare for, but we need to be aware that those are happening. I think most people are at this point. It also allows your workers to focus more on the task at hand, so they're not constantly looking over their shoulder, making sure, you know, is someone coming into my work zone at this point? Something that people in the office don't really have to think about, but when you're out there in the middle of the road with 75-mile-per-hour traffic running by you, it's something that a lot of workers say that they really feel the benefit of using that barrier, of using our barrier, so they can really focus on the work. And again, that increases efficiency. And as soon as you can get off the road, the better. For a while, also, well, I guess that kind of goes over most of those things. Also, we have different options that you can do to customize to your work site. This just makes it, again, more streamlined. So you can get in there, you know, fix the pothole if you need to. So we can put an asphalt hot box on there, and you can attach it to the platforms there. We have 21-foot platforms on each end. And then the modular part is those wall sections in the middle, but you can you can mount equipment to those platforms. So that helps in certain places, you know, Texas or anywhere in the South where it's quite hot. You can, you know, put fans and misters on the wall section as well too. Put a water tank on there. We've had people use it for debris pickup. So they'll use that platform dump box and put a bunch of branches, trees, whatever debris that they're finding post hurricane, post any major incident, put it on the dump box, drive up to the, you know, the location they can drop that stuff off, dump it, and then move on to the next spot. There's also visual hand barrier that you can put on there as well too. It's made to work the best for your work site. So whatever you're doing that day or for that project that you're working on for a couple months, as much as you can streamline it, have less people in the work zone and less cars and equipment as well. That is the purpose of that. I just want to share a quote. There's no better way to reduce work zone accidents and improve conditions for everyone than to safely complete the work as quickly as possible and reopen the roadway to normal traffic flow. And that's kind of my point, and I'm trying to reiterate that. It's getting the work done as quickly as possible, keeping your workers safe, and minimizing their exposure to the live work zone. That's the two main things of the barriers, efficiency and safety. Just going to highlight a couple of projects that we have and just some photos at the end here. We are on the Golden Gate Bridge. There's 3 barriers on the Golden Gate Bridge right now. They found that they were saving 1 to 2 hours each night from setup and breakdown. They only had 6 hours to do the work every single night. So they're actually determining and that they're going to have major cost savings over the life of the project. So again, it goes into the safety and the efficiency, getting the work done quicker. Here's just another highlight of work done in New York State, doing bridge work. You can see there just some, here they're doing pothole repair in Ontario. I have several more pictures. We have tons online too. So I just kind of wanted to cover a couple things. I'll be in the virtual forum a little bit later today if anyone has any questions, but thank you for your time.
All right, thanks, Bridget. And now back to overwhelming demand. Avery is bringing back how zoomed in were you? So first question of the second segment. What
uses data, analytics, and AI to improve asset performance?
All right, give a few moments for the votes to come in. We have a few more participants than last time. It's good to see everyone. Those of you who joined us late, thank you for coming. All right, looks like we had some folks paying attention there. The overwhelming answer is, and that is correct. Good job. Next question.
Is it beneficial for a shared use path separation barrier to be both cache-worthy and movable?
All right, we got votes flying in. A looks like the top answer here. Is it going to be A, Ave? Yes, good job to the audience. And one more final question before we move on.
What is the best way to reduce work zone incidents?
All right, go on. We got the dog in the background providing some input for you. Can't tell if G wants B or C, but the correct answer, Ave?
C.
It is C. Well, it looks like for the most part, the audience was zoomed in. Very good. All right, we're going to continue on, and we're going to move on with our next presenter, Elizabeth Wang with Purdue Brandon. Elizabeth, I could see you're off of mute, so if you could please share your screen and continue for us.
Hi, as Jim mentioned, my name is Elizabeth Wang, and I'm with the law firm Purdue, Brandon, Fielder, Collins, and Mott. My firm, Purdue Brandon, provides collection and litigation services to governmental entities such as toll roads. We started collecting government debt back in 1970, so this year has been a big year for us. We are celebrating our 50th anniversary. We currently have over 2,000 clients and manage a debt portfolio of over $2.5 billion. Our goal is to recover the maximum amount of revenue for our clients while maintaining premier client and toll user customer service. To provide premier customer service, we believe we need to build a strong working relationship with our client, learn and understand the client's needs and how we can best serve them. To do this, we dedicate an experienced team to each client. Our toll teams include, amongst others, attorneys for hands-on daily oversight of the collection process, in-house IT specialists to ensure seamless data transition, data security and confidentiality, and technical support. We have a multi-level collection specialist. Our collection specialists help the user maintain positive relationship with the toll agency by communicating with the user in a professional and empathetic manner, and when necessary, explaining to the user the various toll processes, such as interoperability, AET, ETC. They help resolve a toll violation that the user maybe is disputing, and they also try to explain the benefits of having a toll tag. Because as we know, all toll roads want people to use a toll tag because it lowers overhead costs. We do not use a one-size-fits-all collection program. Since we developed and own our own collection software, Toll Tracker, we have the flexibility to give each client a collection program specifically tailored to their goals and needs. We have also automated many of our collection processes within Toll Tracker to increase our resource efficiency and easily scale our workforce to the ebbs and flows that may occur due to things such as temporary changes in client needs, economic situations, such as the current one we're in right now, and community factors. Some of our automated processes include automatic communication campaigns that are dynamic so that they can easily be modified at any time, automatic statistical analysis to maximize workflow, ensuring a collector always has accounts to work and accounts are not sitting around gathering dust, automatic skip tracing and vehicle ownership. Our automated account associations are an essential part of our collection program. Using selected criteria, the system scrubs the data to find accounts that have similar vehicle ownership information, and then combines the accounts to ensure that the owner receives one comprehensive bill for all accounts under their name, instead of separate bills for each account, which tends to cause a lot of confusion. We also employ effective quality and performance assurances. We have quarterly role reviews to optimize collection programs. During this review, we evaluate collection and resolution rates, KPI compliance, customer service compliance. We discuss strategies for collecting any difficult accounts or increasing collection efforts to meet clients' goals. If necessary, we modify an aspect of the collection program like dynamic phone, mail, and email campaigns. While these reviews are quarterly, our collections manager runs strategic data analytics every day to monitor collection operations, such as collection staff hitting their daily goals, call monitoring, call quality, and abandoned calls, and hold times. A great thing about our toll program is all the team members are located in the same office. We run all of our toll programs out of my office, our Houston, Texas office. So all the team members interact on a regular basis and get constructive feedback and assistance daily. We believe in transparency and accountability. We encourage our clients to use our automated assistant platform to look at our collection activity and give us feedback. Through this online platform, clients can access our collection activity on any toll account 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from either a desktop or their mobile phone. They can add notes, to the accounts and generate collection reports. The coolest thing is clients can use the platform's online chat feature to immediately speak with us, sort of like instant messaging. Well, this is a quick bird's eye view of our collection services. That said, government debt collection is our niche. It is the singular focus of our law firm, and therefore our resources and 50 years experience has gone towards perfecting collection strategies that exceed our clients' expectations while providing premier customer service. Because of our success in doing this, we have built long-term relationships with our clients. More than 550 entities have been Purdue branded clients for over 15 years, and more than 200 entities have been clients for over 30 years. When experience, reputation, and performance matter, Purdue branding is the right choice. We have a booth in the virtual exhibit hall on the second floor, so please come see us. If not, my contact information is at the bottom.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. And our last but not least, final presenter is Jeremyowitz with Versalis. Jeremy, I could see that you're sharing your screen. You're off of mute. If you go into presenter mode, we'll be good to go.
Hi, my name is Jeremyowitz. I'm with Versalis. I'm going to start this presentation by asking you a question. Considering that close to 7,000 fatalities occurred in work zones in the US between 2009 and 2018, how can we improve workers and users' safety during roadway operations? This is a difficult subject and it's not an easy question to answer. However, I believe that there's hope. There's hope because we currently have access to a variety of products dedicated to improving road safety. We at Versalis believe that we are part of the solution, and this is why our company was founded 20 years ago to resolve safety issues and ultimately save worker lives. Versalis was created precisely to reduce road worker exposure to live traffic using automated traffic control. Our flagship product is the SwiftGate, an automated crash-assisted gate that is specifically designed for highway operations. The gates that you can see on the left are horizontal Swift gates, and on the right-hand side, you can see our vertical gates and our Swift sign. It took years to develop innovative access control solutions that are now used for various applications such as work zones, tunnels, bridges, managed lanes, and many others. We're also proud to have developed the only crash-assisted gate on the market to ensure motorist safety while increasing efficiency and reducing costs. Our solutions have been deployed all across America, in Texas, Florida, New York, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Wisconsin, Oregon, Louisiana, Maryland, and soon in Puerto Rico. Let me tell you a bit more about safety basics for highway access control. We identified 3 elements that are crucial to ensure the safety of a highway access control solution: automation, crashworthiness, and visibility. First, automation. The reason why automation is important is very simple. Our main goal is to get road workers out of traffic lanes. The gates can be deployed locally with a handheld remote control or push buttons, or remotely from a TMC. Secondly, crashworthiness. Crashworthiness is necessary to reduce risk of motorist fatality or injury in the event of a crash. Our horizontal gates are crash tested to MASH or NCHRP 350, depending on models. The images that you can see on the left show the example of an unsuccessful crash test result from a typical railway type gate, and the image on the right are showing the example of a successful crash test result. In this case, the MASH crash test of the SwiftGate HSG40CW. As you can see, the damage on the image on the left is substantial and would definitely cause injuries to the passenger, considering the amount of glass fragments entering the occupant compartment. Finally, visibility. Visibility is crucial to clearly indicate to motorists that an upcoming access is closed. A clear message translates to increased safety and motorist compliance. Visibility includes 2 important design components. First, warning gate arm visibility. As you can see, the retroreflective sheeting surface can make a major difference in improving visibility. The first gate that you can see on the image is a typical railway type gate, and the other gates are Versalis Swift gates. You can clearly see the difference in terms of visibility. The gate layout is the other important thing to consider. Gate layouts will vary from one location to another depending on travel speed and roadway configuration. What we see here are examples of operational challenges resulting from a lack of visibility. As a result, operators need to add barricades and law enforcement as part of this traffic control operation. At that point, we no longer have an automated operation. To summarize, access control solutions are used for various applications. Versatile SwiftGate is the only crash-tested gate on the market, and the three components of a safe highway access control solutions are automation, crashworthiness, and visibility. Thanks to IBTTA for this opportunity, and thank you for tuning in. I invite you to visit our YouTube or LinkedIn page and our website. We hope to see you in the exhibit hall on the second floor. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. All right, Avery just really wants one more round to see how zoomed in were you on these final participants. So Avery, take it away.
Purdue Brandon has several longer-term governmental clients, including 550 clients for more than 15 years. How many clients have been with Purdue Brandon for more than 30 years?
All right, the poll is up. I'm getting some votes in. And this is a close race from what I can see. We need some more votes though. All right, the polling's getting stagnant, and the answer is
C.
C. And how did the audience do?
I guess C.
Oh well, so close. Let's try the next one. Chance to redeem yourselves.
What are the three key components of a safe highway access control solution?
All right, got an early leader here in poll results. Coming in fast and furious. And at just about 50%, we have an overwhelming favorite, which is A. Great job to the audience. All right, well, thank you everyone for participating. For those of you that got them all right, Phil Silver is going to send us all a high dollar value Amazon gift card. Just let them know after the meeting. So, I want to thank everyone, all the presenters, for a perfectly executed virtual vendor forum. On behalf of the audience that you would normally have, Avery and I will give you a round of applause. Great job to everyone. And I want to thank you all out there for spending time with us today to learn all about these back office and roadway products. We'll post the presentation on the IBTTA website. We hope you'll be in touch to learn more with them. As I mentioned earlier, we'll also take any questions that we didn't get to and send them to the individual presenters. Feel free to write more now or to ask the people to contact you. Next up, we got two great breakout sessions, followed by a general session on law enforcement and safety service patrol, and the final general session with a large panel of agency heads forecasting the future of our industry. We'll see you all there, and thanks for joining us today. Take care, everyone. Thank you.